Morning. Right, I'm trying out a different camera today. This is the Sony QX10 that I picked up last week. It's the compact lens camera that you can attach to a smartphone and so on. In case you're wondering why I'm looking that way, is because I'm currently using my tablet, but the viewfinder for it, so it's slightly off centre. I'm not sure how the image and picture quality is going to be today, but we'll give it a try. Right, so today is a little bit different to some other videos. This is sort of a crafting video, but sort of not. If you follow me or are friends with me on Facebook, you know that my wife makes the most amazing chainmail and wire wrapped jewellery. She's been doing it for quite some time. She doesn't sell the work, although we're kind of building up to something. But she does stuff like this, which is Byzantine weave chainmail. She does stuff like this, is more industrial, which is using washers, to things like that, which is a Mjolnir, and then more detailed and intricate bracelets like so. And we have a plethora of things. If you've seen any of my recent photo shoot stuff, I did a shoot with one of the chainmail bras that she'd made as well. So, I like to recycle. I like to spend as little money as possible on things. Partly because I'm cheap and partly because I don't like to spend a lot of money. Now, a couple of weeks ago, my vacuum cleaner died. This vacuum cleaner died. So what has that got to do with chainmail? Inside here is a motor. I know there's a big motor with a copper core because a couple of weeks ago when I stripped this down to try and repair it, I looked inside and saw it. So it won't repair. So what I'm going to do today is we are stripping down this. I have tools, I have screwdrivers, I have pliers, I have hammers. It'll be pretty straightforward to strip down. So I'm going to strip down this and show you what I can salvage out of this to use to turn into stuff like this. I have another video I'll be recording possibly at the weekend on how I coil chainmail individual rings, which end up like that. That's an aluminium one. So I'll go into that into a bit more detail in the next video. So today, literally, it's just me stripping down a vacuum cleaner. If you really don't want to see me stripping down a vacuum cleaner, turn off. Now, if you want to stay and watch me strip down a vacuum cleaner and probably injure myself in the process, keep watching. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is tilt the camera down a little bit so you can see a little bit better. A little bit better, a little bit more. It's kind of an awkward one. This camera's not as wide as I like it to be. So first thing to do is take out the dust thing. We have got a new vacuum cleaner, so this is completely dead. Not really any kind of salvageable parts off this particularly, but we shall see. So we took the dust thing off. We shall take off the hosey pipe. The problem we had with it is there's just no suction, and I completely stripped it out, and yeah. So it's gone. We've had this for quite a few years. The handle's taped up with very ghetto skull and crossbones duct tape. It's a dead vacuum. Sad face. So we're going to strip it and we're going to see what we get. It hasn't been turned on for a few days, well, for about a week, so there hopefully shouldn't be any issue with electrical shocks or so on or so forth. But if this video shows up on YouTube and I'm dead somewhere, then you know why. So I know how to dismantle this because, like I say, I did one the other week. It's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to tilt you down a little bit more so you can see what's going on. Okay. So firstly, it literally is just Phillips screwdrivers. Let's take over that. This one takes out the little dust trap thing. Ta-da! And if I recall correctly, the main way to get the whole thing out is these screws here. We'll do these. And this should take out the actual whole hinge. I know this is very exciting. Later on today, so this is Wednesday, hopefully get this video up today. Later on today I'm going to do a live stream, little mini haul update of stuff that I picked up in the last week. Nothing much exciting has happened in the last week, but some bits and pieces. Yeah, right, so there we are so far. That bit needs to come out. This is going to create a heck of a lot of dust, which is fine because I've got a new vacuum, which I can suck it all up. Okay, so just trying to take out the tube at the moment, which is stuck here. And ta-da! So now we've got rid of that bit, which is the base, and we are down to this bit here. This is held together by just a few screws on back, and then we can get to the motor. I don't know how easy the motor is going to be to crack open, so it's going to be interesting to see. And yes, I know people will probably say, oh Andy, why don't you try and get it repaired? Yeah, if you don't want to throw stuff away, and I have tried to get it repaired, I've tried everything I can to get it repaired. I think what's happened is the actual frame of the hoover acts as a seal, and it's got a crack in it somewhere, so it's just not creating like a pressure seal in it. It's just dead, but we've had it for such a long time, so yeah. The new one that we bought is Goodman's 800 watts, something or other. Not the most advanced vacuum cleaner. It does the job. It's, instead of it being an upright like this, it's one of the little pull-along ones. It works, it functions. Right, I need a little screwdriver set because there's a little torque bit in there I need to fetch out. So hopefully I can get to it from that. No, I can't. So I'm going to need a torque screwdriver. Because there's a little star one in there. Unless that one will work. This is very exciting, isn't it? Yeah, literally a bit too short. Alright, okay, so I'm going to pause the video. I'll come back in a second when I found another tool. And we're back with a longer torque screwdriver set. So, yeah, so whilst I do believe in recycling, upcycling and so on, it is unfortunately a very dead hoover. Let's go to hoover heaven, or wherever it may go. But at least I can make some use from it. So let's get this one out. It's not liking to come out. Now that's a bit too small as well. Sorry about this, I'm trying to figure out why. Yeah, that torque piece is too small. Do I have a large torque piece on here? I don't think I do. Right, will this bit fit into there? No. Okay, that's really annoying. Because I can see the piece. And it just won't quite. Hang on, nope, we're good. This one will just about bite. Okay. So, are there any more screws anywhere on this bit? I don't think there is. Not undone, not undone, not undone. A couple more here. I think you do have to take the handle off first before everything else will come out. Okay, so that's that bit. And then theoretically, this bit should Ah, there we are, pop out like so. And then, okay, we've got it. Awesome. That one just needs to loosen off a little bit more. Okay. There we are, and voila, done. Right, so there is one heck of a big motor. And how are we going to get inside it? This is going to be the fun part. So inside I can see there is copper core. Lots and lots of copper wiring, which is going to be awesome. But the real question is, how do we crack it open? So there is screws there. This camera is really nice quality, although it makes me look pink. There's 2 holes there. There's got to be a way to fetch that bit off. Does it just pop off? I think it might, you know. Let's see. No. Okay. Ah. We do have some movement. Can I zoom a bit? That's a good thing about this camera, is it does have a 10 times optical zoom on it, which is quite cool. So let's see, I'll pop you there. Let's move everything else out of the way. If my wife is watching this, I'm sorry I'm making a mess of the living room floor. This is needed. This is for the sake of art, or something like that. Right, so let's give that a whack there. If it is going to be too tricky, then we'll give it up. But I hope we can get into it. And I reckon we can. So I think this outside bit here is just to cover. And like I say, there is. But quite actually, that is moving quite a bit. Yeah, I think there's like an extra seal on there, so we might be able to prise that off. While we're at it, let's cut all of these cables off out the way. Goodbye, Mr. Plug. So, there does seem to be movement. There's definite movement. Ah, here we are. Excellent. Alright. So we've now got to that bit. There's a plastic bits on. There is a nut on the inside there. I reckon if I take that off, we can get to the guts. Let's see. You still see this? Is it good? May have to pause and go and get my Torx bolts. Ah, hang on. So that's plastic vents there. And there is screws just underneath it. So I can either try and fetch this bit off here, which I think is like countersunk, and then get to those screws there, and there. Or I could just break off the plastic there, which may be easy to do, and get to those screws there. It should fetch it all off, or it might still be stuck by that bolt. Let's try this again. See, the thing is, that is just spinning around that, so I need to clamp that and twist that. No. Okay, right, we're going to pause again. I'm going to go and get my torque screwdriver set. Hang on, let's zoom me out a bit. Yep. Right, I'm going to pause again, get my torque screwdriver set, and see if we can get that bolt out of there. Let's see what happens. Alright, I will be back shortly. And I'm back. So I have a screwdriver set and another torque set and the amazing, incredibly fetching pink Crocs. Don't worry, I'm abandoning the pink Crocs. We do not want to see the pink Crocs ever again. I apologise for their existence. Okay, right, so as my daughter would say, let's get this bread. I'm trying to find one of these that fits. Nope. 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 Yes. Okay. So we have a piece. Right, how does this thing work? One of them, one of them, and one of them. Okay, right. So so I need to clamp that because this is spinning onto that. And it's not going as easy as I would have thought. So maybe it needs twisting the other way. Maybe it's a counter clockwise thready thing. I'm not a tool person. I don't know these things. No. Okay, that's not going to budge. Right, plan B, we're going to break off the plastic stuff and see if we can get to it that way instead. So, this is where I really probably should need protection on my face, but never mind. So, got a screw just behind that one there. Shall I zoom in a bit more? Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Okay. I quite like the zoom on this. If I move a bit backward that way you can see better. Alright, so we need to get to that thing there, so ping. See if I can crack it. I'm sure somebody's going to comment on this and say, you're doing it the wrong way, there's a dead easy way to break into it. And there probably is, but I'm an idiot, so. Alright, so we're moving. Okay. And thankfully they are just, I think, Phillips screw just behind it. Screwdriver. Okay. See, the real question behind this is it worth it? I don't know. Is it worth the time and money to strip this out? Probably not. But am I doing it anyway? Yes. Why? Because I can. Okay, so I'm an idiot and I've dented that bit there, so I can't put my screwdriver in properly to there. Way to go, Anders. You clever, idiotic genius. Alright, so I need to bend that back out. Let's get rid of it. Get screwdriver in. No! Brilliant! Marvellous. Hang on. Hey, it's moving. Yeah, so I shouldn't have hammered that bit in the first place because it stopped me from getting to the screw. Okay, I think I can get back to it again. Maybe, yes. Alright, we've got one screw out. We're good. So next one is under that plastic bit there, so I'm going to have to crack that open as well. And try not to dent that bit there. And there are bits of plastic flying everywhere. And I'm probably going to injure myself again. So usually when I do stuff like this, I end up in, like a couple of years ago, when I decided, hey, I'm going to build something in the garden, and then I drilled a hole in my thumb. So hopefully it's not going to be a repetition of that. Thankfully there are no power tools involved today. Alright, so we are at screw number 2. Awesome. So now we've just got 2 more this side, which hopefully we should just be able to crack this plastic off and get to them. So yeah, I'm going to do a live video this afternoon, this evening. I do keep saying if anybody's got any questions, comments, blah blah blah, to ask them, but yeah, it's slow. I mean, I've only got 53 subscribers, 54 I think, so which is fine, you know, growing channel and all that. Yeah, okay, right, we can get to that one. Excellent. Screwdriver. I'm hoping this will just be an easy thing to fetch apart once I've done it, and then I can just cut the coils off and I will have that beautiful, wonderful copper. And hope that it is copper and not copper coated aluminium. On saying that, copper coated aluminium would just be fine as well, so yeah. Right, so we are down to one more screw on here, and this does seem to be loose, so hopefully it will work. We shall see. Yep, I'm still in shot, this is good. So I have no idea what quality of a video is going to be like on this, because it's a new camera. This QX10 was the one, if you watched one of my previous videos, oh yeah, I did lose one video. I was very disappointed. I think it was one titled I bought a Chromebook for £17. My memory card corrupted and I lost the whole thing, so I'm disappointed. I may refilm it, but in that video I did, when I went to pick up the Chromebook for my daughter, which we'd done all the flips for, I went to a local charity shop and I bought a Canon EOS camera. It was an EOS 50E film camera with the Canon 75 to 300mm lens, which I then traded in for 50 quid. And this camera cost me, this QX10 cost me £45. And as an added bonus, when this QX10 arrived, it had a 64 gig class 10 micro SD card in it, which is about 15 quid on its own, so I was really pleased with that. And I'd like to say, I don't know what the video quality is going to be like, because this is the first video I'm recording on it, but we shall see. Right, that is free, I hope. So all of the screws are out, and that is not budging. It's loosened. There you go. Ah, and there we are. Right, wow. Okay, so let's zoom back out a bit. So we've cracked it open, and we have some copper in there. Let's point you back up. Right, so we've cracked it open. So we have, there's a copper core there, but that is gnarly covered in epoxy. That's not going to be any use, I don't think, and I could try and burn it off, but not good for the environment, so maybe not. But those two plastic cores there, if I can crack that open, which I'm not sure how it's held together, I think it's just plastic actually. Let's see. It's very dusty inside. The copper doesn't look like it's glued together. Yeah, it's just mounted on little clips. So if I crack all them open, I might be able to easily. Let's put you down again. Hang on. Okay, so we just have a plastic mount here. The other side. How do we get it out? Ah, God. Right, we have, I think, these two screws here. Hold it in. Possibly. Right, okay. Oh, we've got a magnet. We've got two magnets. Is that magnets? No. They're like spring-loaded. Is that magnets? No, not a magnet. Just weird spring-loaded things. Alright, okay, so that's that freed up. So how now do we crack that out? So there. I'm not sure how it's held in place. I can't see anything that it's held in place with, unless it's literally just held in place with pressure. So we can break it into a few more pins and see what we can do with it. Oops. You see them pinging up everywhere. It's very dusty, and I'm sure this is probably not good for my asthma. But hey, we have to make sacrifices for art, am I right? Okay, so that's that removed. That's you off. Alright. Still can't see how that is held in place. It's a metal core there. It's all the plastic shielding's off. It's not lifting out anything easy like that. Can't see that it's spun inside. It's got to be mounted. It's got to be something in there in the metal is holding it in place, but what and how I'm not entirely sure. Right. There's some pins there. Little metal things. I can try and smack them and see if it frees up anything. Nope. No. Yeah, this is interesting. So I can't. I'm trying to see if I can figure like there's some holes on the top, and I could probably smack it from there. All right, let's try this. We give it a whack there. Yeah. Okay. But you. So it's like the plastic mount goes behind that bit there. And that bit there. Okay. Nope, I have no clue. Alright, I'm going to stop this video for a bit and have a mess with this because this is getting very boring. I'll be back. Hang on. I'll be back soon when I've hopefully tried to recover it out. So I'm going to pause right here. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back, and after quite a bit of hammering and wiggling, we've got it free. It was literally just brute force to remove it. So now the question is, how do I actually fetch the copper out of here? And that I'm actually not sure about. So it's multi-layered little pieces of metal there, tiny pieces, and with a plastic sheath. So I'll see if I can crack open a plastic sheath, and hopefully that should free it up a bit. So we'll have a go with that. So I'll tilt it back down again. Let's zoom it in a bit. And see what we can do. So the plastic is just held on quite straightforward. Might be able to just break it off. I think that's connected to it. Interesting. Little cable tie there. Right, so how are we going to get to it? I'm not entirely sure. This is where I hope that it's actually real copper as well, not copper coated aluminium. I mean, if it is, it's not so bad. I will say it has a lovely colour to it, this copper does, and it does, copper's been used quite heavily with electric currents, the colour of it just changes quite significantly. Alright, okay. So let's see if we can crack this. Yeah, you have quite a bit of wiggle room with it now. Hopefully is enough. Can we pop this out as well? My theory is once it's all the plastics removed, it should, I'm not saying definitely will, but should release all of the tension for it. But we shall see. XXY bits. Okay, so we are pretty much free of all the plastic now, yeah. Okay. It's definitely freer than it was, which is a bonus. But how I'm going to get it out of these plates, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's been wound into them or... yeah. Okay, so we've got no plastics all removed. The wire is loose, that's a bonus, so it's going to be how to pop it out of there. There's still a bit of plastic there actually. Let's see if we can free this bit here. Right, okay, so it is coming free. I think it might just be a case of prizing it all out slowly. The downside is it just means the wire's going to get tangled rather than being in a bunch, but I could live with that. I also think it is... no, it is pure copper core. Okay. I was thinking for a moment it was going to be copper coated aluminium, but it's not. That's good. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a matter of taking the time to pop it all out from inside the things, because they're solid metal bushes, then it's not going to come off those easily. I think it's just going to be a matter of releasing all the tension off it, like so. Which is gonna, it's not ideal, but it's coming free, so it's good. As my dad would say a long time ago, we are cooking on gas. Ow. As in, we are making progress. Yeah, this is just getting into a mess, and I've drew blood. Yeah, wonderful. Very well. Okay, it's coming, but slowly, very slowly. And the more I'm fetching out of it, yeah, it's going. I'm hoping actually once I've pushed enough of the material out from one side it will just pop off the other. Well, it does seem to be moving a little bit. The trouble is the further I'm getting back of it, the harder it is to come out because it's less on the spool. Right. I'll pull some out. Can we? Okay. Yeah, this is probably not the ideal way of doing this. I mean, it's coming off in a spool, I suppose. The trouble is, this is no good for chainmail because it's too thin wire, but for wire wrapping you need good decent lengths to do it with, because otherwise you've got to try and join it and it's messy. So, but we are making some progress here. Yeah, it's going well now. The other side. Right, okay, I'm going to stop this video for a bit because this is literally just me doing this and it's kind of frustrating. So I'll be back when we're done. Alright, I'm back. Battery died. The QX10 has a very short battery life, so I think the battery kind of just died. I was hoping it would work whilst the USB cable was charging it, but it doesn't. But anyway, we're done. After a lot of jiggling and wiggling and prying, it was all stuck in there, and we have two massive spools of copper wire, and it is pure copper wire as well, which is nice. And it's a lovely colour. So the question is, was it worth it? I mean, it's took me about an hour, all in all, to strip these two things out of a vacuum cleaner. Which, you know, if I was to go and buy from a shop, that amount of copper wire would probably cost me about, I don't know, £8–9. So it's kind of minimum wage. Yeah. So if you're working at cost, yeah, in time, maybe it's not worth it, but it was an adventure trying. It was fun, it was something different. It's some copper wire that I had that I didn't have before. It saves part of the machine going to landfill, although the rest of it will be, which never mind. But it was worth trying, you know, it was an adventure. So now I've just got to clean up all of the mess. Fortunately, because it's all broken down into smaller pieces, I can basically just chuck it all in the bin. A little spindly thing there. I don't know if I'll ever be able to fetch the wire off it. But there's a nice bearing on it. I might keep that bit and figure out something with it at some point. But all the plasticky bits, all the pipe, things like that is just going to get chucked away, sadly. There's no use for it. I may keep the filter out of the actual thing in case it's compatible with ours. And there's a big long cable, which, if I really wanted, I could strip down and use again for wire wrapping, because any kind of cable fits, well, is suitable for it. So yeah, so that's it. Short, longish video, trying out my new QX10. I still look purple, I'm not loving that. But yeah, so this has been a kind of how-to tutorial-esque thing of how to get stuff like that from an old vacuum cleaner, which can then be turned into something like that. Focus. There we go. So into wire wrap jewellery. So it's, you know, it's good recycling. Yeah. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I say, it's a bit different. I'm going to be doing a lot more crafting stuff. I've got a video that I'll be doing this weekend on how to make chainmail rings, chainmail like that. Not actually making the jewellery because I can't make the jewellery, but how to make chainmail rings using some wire that I picked up quite cheap. I'll go into more detail in that video. So that's it for today.